Hey you, how are you? Thanks for hopping on this video. Today we are going to talk about sampling, which obviously is a very important part to share and expose the products and even the business to people that you know, friends and family. And there's a couple key kind of components of sampling properly, things that you're going to want to learn, best practices. A couple things I'm going to go over that hopefully will help you really be effective when sharing some of the different products that obviously Neora has to offer. So when I think of sampling, I think there's the process of sampling, there's the follow-up period, and then there's essentially kind of closing, getting the order, moving someone to becoming a preferred customer or into hearing more about the business of becoming a brand partner. There's really kind of two ways I think sampling even comes up. Is either one, someone reaches out to you because they've seen your post on Instagram or Facebook or have caught some and they've approached you, right? They initiated. Or two, you may be sending a message to somebody asking them to potentially sample one of the products and give some feedback as a way just to try to get some exposures into other people. So there's really kind of two ways of going about doing it. The first one is if someone reaches out to you, there's really kind of two choices you can do. One, and I think the initial thing that we always encourage people to do is ask them, are they just looking to test drive or would like to see their own results? And I'll ask them that question first. Are you just looking for a test drive or do you actually want to see your own results? And most times people will lean towards, well, I would love to see my own results. Perfect. All the products have a 30-day money-back guarantee. That'll give you really a good period of time for you to get the best results possible using the products, etc., over a full month. And in any event, you didn't like what the experience you had, you can send it back and get a full refund. Haven't anybody do it, but it's there just to make it kind of risk-free for you. So when someone reaches out about the product, that's the first way I want to kind of put them down that path, is allowing them and giving them the opportunity to take advantage of a 30-day money-back guarantee way to sample, so they really can use each and any product for a full month to really get the full, reward that comes with sampling. Because, like the night cream, that product, it takes a couple of weeks before people really start to see and feel a difference in using that product. So obviously it depends a little bit on the product, but certainly if someone can use any product for 30 days, it's going to make a big difference. If they just, are like, hey, that sounds great, but I still just kind of want to try it first before purchasing anything, then obviously you can go ahead and sample whatever product they're interested in. Now, in the event you reach out to somebody and you ask them to sample, or if someone does reach out to you, one of the first things I do is I want them to, sampling's kind of an experience to me. There's got to be some marketing that's put behind it. So one of the things I do is say, listen, I know you're interested in the eye serum or you're interested in the sunscreen or whatever product they initially come to you with, or whatever product you may be posing for them to try out if you're focusing on a specific product. But I said, one of the things I want to do is I want to send you a quick video of all the products that we have, a quick overview, and you take a look at that and let me know what product or two you may be interested in. Now, part of being effective as a sampler, and this is so key, is you have to have the right tools, and that means you have to have Go Prospect from subscribing to the Edge. So if you do not have the Edge and you're not a subscriber to the Edge, it's $30 a month. It's free for your first month, but after that, it's $30, and it is worth every penny and then some. It is the most important tool, I think, to build your business, whether it's a customer base or building a team or both. I always kind of compare it to, it's the hammer that builds the house. Without it, you can't really build much, right? And so I would say time this video and go back and get subscribed to the Edge and go into your app store on your phone and download Go Prospect so you have it on your phone, because this is going to be critical to be effective in sampling and getting people information and following up, okay? Most of the rest of this video is going to have to do with using Go Prospect throughout the process of sampling, following up, and then closing, all right? So I would really encourage you to do that. Without that, I wish you the best of luck. Wouldn't want to, be in that particular situation. So the one thing I would do is I'd say, okay, great, I'm glad you're interested and love the sample, or thanks so much for, accepting my offer to try the product. Before I do that, I just want to send you a quick overview of the products that we have in case there's another product or two that you may be interested, or for you to figure out what product or two you may be interested in. And what I would do is then go into my Go Prospect app, select the overview video where Amber goes through all the different products that we have. If you're, I think the 2 new products are not including that currently, but you can send them those 2 product videos individually. And I send that video to them via text. So if I have their phone number, great. If I don't, I'm like, hey, just shoot me your phone number. I'll send you a quick video that you can see all the products, and then you figure out what product or 2 you'd be most interested in trying. The reason why I do this is it tests their commitment, right? It lets them put some skin in the game. I'm not just going to fire out a sample and it go to people that are just saying yes because they're afraid to say no, but when I go to follow up, you never hear from them again, and that certainly happens. So this is a way to honestly get them to put a little skin in the game by watching the video first. And the nice thing is with Go Prospect is when they watch the video, I'll get a notification if I send it through SMS, right? Or even email, but I think SMS is a little bit easier to do, right? So you'll see that on your Go Prospect app when you select the video, you'll see the ways that you can send it to somebody. I always select the SMS and I send it to them, because then when they open it, then I get a notification, and that shows me that they are interested. And when they watch the video, their interest level is going to go up, because the video does a great job of showing why these products are so unique and what's really cool about them. Versus when you're introducing a product to someone, you may give them a bottle or you may give them one of these cool sample packs. They may not have the appreciation that we have because they don't know what goes behind those products as much. So they may not take it as seriously. Their excitement level may not be up there as high to really kind of, enjoy that experience and see what happens. And so I think you have to really kind of build some extra things around just the product, the bottle, or the sample pack to really kind of get that full experience and get the best, response from them. So they'll watch the video, and then I'll follow up. I'm like, hey, what product or 2, caught your interest the most? And they don't know I knew that they watched it, but I know whether they did or not. And if they didn't, in a day or 2, I may follow up and say, hey, did you get a chance? What product do you like? And typically that will trigger them as a soft reminder to go back and actually watch the video and then come back with an answer for me, right? So that's kind of first thing I do when either I reach out to someone to get the product or someone comes back to me and says they want to try, is I like to throw that first video out there. I like to get them a little bit bigger of an understanding of the company, the products, what goes into it, what goes behind it, and not just think it's just another product on the shelf, whoop-de-doo, right? There is a lot of significance that I have to get them to understand, and watching one of those videos really makes a big difference. So whatever product or products or 2 they pick, I will then send them not just the product, and whether it comes in one of the sample packs, that we have that you can literally send right through Go Prospect. So you can actually select the order and send it to them. You can use your credits to cover the a little over $4 in shipping. You can have them cover the shipping, or you can pay for the shipping, whatever. But you can send them one of these, or you can send, maybe you have some own personal inventory. Maybe you send them some sleep chews or night chews, or some samples of Youth Factor or Prolistic, or however you want to do it, right? But whatever you'd end up doing to deliver the samples and products they want, what I also do is I'll then send them the video that corresponds with that product. So if they wanted Youth Factor, or if they wanted to try out, maybe the new acne pads, I'll send them that video too. So now I'm putting a couple other elements of content behind that experience, right? So they watch the first overall video, and they also, in watching that, not only they picked 2 products, but they became aware of all the other products we have, which I think is important long term, right? They picked what sample they want. I go through the process of getting ready to trigger that and send it out. And whether it's a sample pack that comes with an email campaign that continues to kind of drip on them, or if I personally send them the sample, I may put in the product brochure, a magazine with it too, typically. So I'll really kind of package some extra stuff into it so they really get a full, collaborative experience of different, third-party tools that will add to the process of this sampling, right? So, and I'll send them obviously the videos that correspond with that. So that's really that's the kit, right, that I'll put together when I go to sample somebody. They'll watch the overview video, they'll pick their products, I'll send the product videos, I'll send out the sample with some other third-party tools to go along with it. Then there's the follow-up, right? And the follow-up is, I want to make sure, one, I follow up to know whether they got it, when they got it, and to trigger them to initially start to using that product as soon as they can, because there is a tendency where some people get it and it sits in the box on their kitchen counter or in their bathroom and they don't do it. So it's important for you to maybe reach out to them and say, listen, when you get it, please let me know, and then check in after a couple of days and make sure they've gotten that, right? So I'll follow up and just remind them, hey, this is how you use it. Me and Sam have personally made a how to use video just in the bathroom on our phone and put on each product and just kind of show them how to use it. And we send that on that first night as a way to remind them and also make sure they're using the product properly because that's important too. And then from there, over the next couple of days, we'll reach out every so often and ask questions like, what do you like best? How'd your skin feel this morning, right? Asking questions that are kind of leading and leading to a positive response or a positive answer, like what did you like best, right? Didn't your skin feel so small, soft this morning, whatever, right? And so those are good things to do just to kind of check within that first couple of days of sampling. The other thing is I like to send before and after pictures to them based on the things that they would like to see improvements with. So for example, if they used eye patches or eye serum, they want to see differences in their under eyes, then I'll send them some results of people that have been using the products for maybe 30 or 60 days so they can see kind of the long-term improvements that come, because they, once again, may only be using the product for a couple of days. So I have to sometimes remind people, you're not going to see significant difference just in a day or two using the product. But here's an example of my friend or my neighbor or whoever, my mom, the XYZ, that he has used it for 30 to 60 days. And you can see the difference that comes over using it a long period of time, consistently day in, day out, right? Something you get to look forward to. So I think that's obviously an important part in the follow-up process, is using before and after pictures that show results over long-term periods of time, asking loaded questions throughout there. And then it comes into the kind of the closing period where the sample's kind of wrapping up, right? And same thing, I want to encourage them that, hey, listen, I know you got to use it for a couple days. I bet you can't wait to see what your results would be over a month. And there's a lot of different things that you could be doing when it comes to close, right? You can say, hey, listen, I'm putting orders in this evening. Are you ready to go for a full month to see your own results? Remember, you have a 30 money back on whatever products that you want. Can't wait to see what the difference is over the next couple of weeks for you. Sometimes people put little incentives out there to get people order. Hey, we're getting the end of the month. I'm running a little bit of incentive where you get free shipping, which is just a lot of people will do like a gift card to Starbucks or something to reimburse the shipping, etc. But I think it's more of an assumptive type of question, right? I'm glad you've enjoyed, using the sample products. I hope you liked seeing and feeling the difference so far. Let's go ahead. I'm putting in orders this evening. Let's go ahead and get you set up and be able to now take a long run with the product, right? Is there any other products besides that one that you would like to try out for 30 days too? Because I'm putting more orders in tonight. So it's all kind of an assumptive thing, not necessarily going, hey, do you think you maybe want to order this? No, just assume it, right? Besides putting an order in for this product, is there anything else that you want to try, right? I'm putting in orders this evening. Do you want to send me your info? I can do it for you. Or do you want me to send you the link? If so, I can help you kind of through that process. So closing is just having good posture, assuming the sale, using assumptive verbiage to go through there. And then just continue, they may not be ready. Not everyone may be ready to pull the trigger yet. So if you don't get an answer back, you don't need to annoy somebody. But every couple of days you can follow back up. Hey, I got to put a couple more orders in. Are you ready to send me your info? And I'll put that order in for you, right? So incentives, constant follow-up, sharing them new content throughout the course of the way is important. On the flip side, as you have more customers, don't be afraid to also sample your current customers, right? Because most customers order a product or two, yet we have 14, 15 products. So don't be afraid to go back to your current customer base and send them a video of a new product that maybe they're not using. And remind them of the 10% discounts they get on their consecutive orders, right? Maybe use some additional incentives or sample your current customers. Hey, I know you're loving the firming cream. Not sure if you ever need improvements maybe in sleep or energy, or you want some stuff for underneath the eyes or gut health or brain health. We have all these other different products. If you're ever interested, I can send you a sample of another one. Maybe here's a video where you can see some of the other stuff we have in case you want to sample. And this, you can do the same exercise you can do all over again with your current PCs to get them exposed to other products too that they may want to add to their ADO. So just because they order one or two products initially doesn't mean they may not be excited in the other ones that we have. So continue that same process of sharing, sampling, sending videos, following up, sharing before and after pictures, even to your current customer base as you go forward. So hopefully there's some tips that help you in the sampling process. Best way to get people exposed to products, business and to grow your business. So make sure you subscribe to The Edge. Make sure you use all those great videos in Go Prospect and use that tool so you know when to follow up, because you'll have those notifications coming in. That tool makes your life a lot easier to have a smooth and successful process when it comes to sampling. Thank you.